Hello everyone, my name is Joanna and today I'm going to be sharing the technical walkthrough of my website. This is the very first page of my website, it's the index page, portfolio, and this is my anime watch list. I created a website in which I have compiled a list of every single anime that I have watched in my life. Okay, maybe not every single anime, but most of them. And this is the header with a logo and it's in a div class and with a heading, and this is the navigation bar. I even added a drop down menu so that it the content is nicely organized with index, a watch, which is the finished watching anime, currently watching, to be watched, personal recommendations, contact me. And then for this page I have added a video background so that it's more visually appealing to the users. And I used a div class for that and autoplay loop muted so that the video keeps looping again and again no matter how long you're on the page. And a little bit of welcome text so that it's a little more welcoming. So this is the CSS page for the index file of HTML, and here I've added the uh, styling for the background, and this is the styling for the header, and I've used a linear gradient to make sure the header had a gradient shade from dark pink to light pink. It looks really pretty, and the heading is in black. There's a logo at the top left. Yes, there's a logo and added border radius, and this is the styling for the drop down content in the nav bar so that there's less pages on the navigation bar. And you can see I used this feature where if you hover on top of the uh, l- on top of the word, it will change into the coral shade. It is really pretty. And yes, this is the styling for it. And then I've also styled it, the content that is dropped, I even styled that. It changes into this shade of blue when there's a drop down, and then it's also changes color when you hover on it. And then this is the styling for the video background. It is, I have put this here so that the positioning fit and like it looks really good. And then for the welcome text, it is in a transparent background with white text, and it looks really good. So this is my page for the anime that I have finished watching and the animes that I have rated. And if you can notice here, I have added a JavaScript file that I will get into soon. And I have used here a CSS file and the index CSS file. And I've even added a icon for when you click on the website and it shows up in the tabs on top. It's a really good feature that I've added. And this is the header, and this is the JavaScript button, because as you can see there is a lot of pictures that I have added, and scrolling to the top just took a lot of time, and so I added this so that it's more convenient and easier for the user to have a enjoyable experience for the website. And here you can see I have put a div class content and then another div class box container, because the pictures are in a box and it looks more visually appealing that way. And I have rated them in the star icons, and I have done a very accurate rating, a very biased rating, I should say, for each of the animes that I have finished watching completely. There is a lot. And yes, that is about it. I have also rated it, and I have used the same format for three pages. The animes that I have finished watching, currently watching, with also the button for scrolling on the top because there is a lot of images, and also for the animes that I need to watch that is on my current watch list. And there is also a lot of images, which is why I have put the button for clicking so that you will go immediately to the top and you can go to the navigation bar. And for all of this there is one CSS file, a very short CSS file, and that is one for the box, decorating the box, and everything is aligned center, so which is why there's a lot of centers. The stars are tiny, and this is the styling for the back to top button. And yes, and this is the JavaScript file for the button. Okay, so before I start explaining the JavaScript file, I will just quickly brush over the other two pages that I have created, and that is my personal recommendations page, which is just a page for me to tell users about some suggestions about animes that they can watch under three different genres currently, which is action and adventure, slice of life, comedy, romance, and sports. And these are the some of my most favorite animes that I love recommending people, which is why I decided to categorize it in genres as well, because I just couldn't put everything in the same. And if you notice here, it's in a div class called scroll images, and all of these images here are like to be scrolled through, so that I felt like scrolling just is so much more fun. And so this is the CSS file for the recommendation page, and this is the one for making the images scroll. There's the background color, padding, and the for the images as well. And then here I have added a section for each of the genres, and they have a linear gradient background image of three different shades just so it looks more attractive. And I have styled the heading 2 of the section, and of course the back to top button decoration. And just one more page left, and that is my contact page, the contact info page. Of course, header, navbar, and this move images. So all of these images move automatically in a loop behind the login form over here. It's in a div class container, and I put it label and row, and there is a submit button, and for users to submit their suggestions, their queries, or anything they want to ask about, or contact me just to make friends. Anything, they can contact me through this form over here just by sending their email and their name and their message. And now I will go into the JavaScript file, which is the last and certainly not least part of the uh, website. And this part over here is for the back to top button. So this button was made again for users to be able to scroll to the top after they have reached the very bottom, and instead of scrolling up and up, they can just click on this button on which is on the side, and it will take them immediately to the header and nav bar. And here, this part over here is for the contact form. And to make it easier, I have decided that I will not be actually receiving any of the form inputs. It's just a form in name that users can input their values into, and once they click on submit, it will clear the form. But it is a really good feature in my website, which is why I decided to add it. And that is all about my website. I really hope I was able to create a safe space for all my fellow anime enthusiasts, because anime is a very deep passion of mine, and I was really happy that I was able to incorporate it into a project of mine. And thank you all so much for listening, and have a really great day. Thank you. Bye.